Well, it is the 5th and final night of Western Sprint Tour, and we are going to be finishing off the week here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. It is July 17th, 2021. Welcome back to today's video. Now, if you guys have been a longtime viewer of the channel or you just started watching, you know the Cottage Grove Speedway is my home racetrack. It's a little bull ring quarter mile, but it actually races like a much bigger track than it is. I decided to start today's video off in the flag stand. There's a look at turns 1 and 2. As we pan, there is a look at turns 3 and 4. But our 2021 Western Sprint Tour has been absolutely phenomenal. Through 4 nights of racing at 4 different racetracks, we have an average finish of 2.75. The only thing we haven't accomplished this week so far is a win, but the consistency is there, and tonight we are in the running for the 2021 Western Sprint Tour, a title champion of the whole week. We are currently sitting second in points, 16 points out of the lead. So a little look at the format for tonight. We're gonna hot lap, then we're gonna single car qualify. We're gonna have an 8-lap heat race and a 30-lap feature, but the goal is just to get a good lap in qualifying, set us up for the rest of the night. If we can continue this consistency, I think we have a great shot at the $5,000 payday that is awaiting at the end of that 30-lap feature. But now it is just time to get the night started here at Cottage Grove. Well, tonight might have been the night to go out later, which is usually not the case for sprint cars. The track is just getting faster and faster. The times are getting quicker and quicker. We were the 6th car to roll out. We didn't have a great time. I felt like I hit my marks and did everything I could. Seemed like we were a little bit on the tight side, but it didn't hurt us that bad. But just for what this engine has as far as horsepower, I mean, we were gassed up on the gas, did everything we could. We're gonna see where we end up. A lot more fast guys though are rolling out, and as I mentioned, the track's just getting faster and faster. They're gonna be not too far off the track record, I think, by the time qualifying's over. So we just made our 2nd gear change after qualifying. We're just going back and forth, and after some of our dilemmas yesterday, we're just trying to get it all dialed in. Every engine runs a little bit different here at Cottage Grove, and the one we ran earlier this season, you know, gear's different than this one. But anyway, that's all past us. We qualified poorly. I felt like my line was good, handling felt good. We were just gear bound. We're turning way too many RPMs, but like I said, that's all behind us. That is gonna hurt us a little bit overall, but I think we can recover. The 18T is very fast. So we're gonna start on the pole of our heat race. At least we're able to make that invert in the top 6. I think we're gonna be able to win the heat race, control the race, get out there, make some solid laps, then make some adjustments for the A. But we're gonna get ready to climb in. I'm gonna watch the first heat, see what the track's doing. It's still very, very fast in like the 10-second range, which is not too far off that track record. for the second straight night, we won our heat race here at the Cottage Grove Speedway with Western Sprint Tour, and this just happens to be in the background, but check out our new sign. If you guys are gonna be in the Midwest and you see this sign, that is where Tanner Holmes merch is available. Now, after our kind of mishap there in qualifying, we rebounded, got a good start in the heat race, and pretty much checked out for 8 straight laps. The racetrack was much faster in heat race competition tonight than it was last night. There was not much lifting, but I was able to kind of try a couple of different angles at each corner, I guess you could say, kind of the top all the way around, or try to turn off it and get some grip off. And I found that my car was best when I kind of entered a lane below the top in 1 and 2 and turned down through the grip almost through the middle, and then 3 and 4 kind of just right rear in it as far up as you could get. I think it's going to be treacherous, maybe develop a little bit of a cushion. It just depends if it gets pushed over the edge. That's a difference about not having an outside wall, is it's really hard to develop a curve. But we're going to go up and check out the track conditions here in just a minute. They're going to do the redraw. Since we didn't qualify great, that hurts us as far as our starting position, but at least we're locked into the A. Well, the top 6 redraw is going on right now on the front straightaway, but we are here on exit of 2, and the racetrack looks like it's gonna be good tonight. It has a little bit more moisture at this point during the night than it did during the Friday show, which is kind of how Cottage Grove is. If the heat races are super interesting and the racing is phenomenal, usually the A main event has a good chance of rubbering up. But when the heat races are a little bit faster, times are faster, a little bit less passing, it means we are in for a little bit of a better feature. If we kneel down here, you can see the little slick patch from our left rears, but it's moving up towards the top, and then swinging around this way, you can still see grip from bottom all the way through the middle. So we're hoping to use the bottom like we did last night to drive towards the front. I think we're going to be a little bit deeper. All we can do is watch this dash, the B main, and then a couple of the other classes and see what track prep they do before RA, and then make our final call on what we want to do. But we got to make our race car good because we got to pass some guys tonight. Okay, this is, I guess, everything throughout Speed Week built up to this final night. $5,000 on the line. Since we're rolling off deeper and they did some track prep, I did put on an extra stack of tear-offs, so I'm like 15 to 20, but they're calling us up. I feel relaxed. I've talked about how good our car has been all week, and I feel like as a driver, you know, I've just been the proper mindset. I've been comfortable, feel relaxed, calm, cool, collective. So we're gonna head out here, 30 more laps around Cottage Grove, finish off Western Sprint Tour. I really think we do have a shot to go to the front, and I think it's gonna be crucial possibly in those first couple laps. Have patience, but if there is openings to be aggressive and to win these races, you have to be aggressive. So put the steering wheel on, gonna put my lid on, and we're gonna be pushed off here at Cottage Grove for night number 5. this is I left front for the last 5 laps, made some contact there with the 22. I shouldn't have left the door open regardless. Rubber there at the end, very similar to last night, and not disappointed with our run. We went +9, 15th to 6th, you know, had a great car. It's just more frustrating that we only have like 15 laps to move. You know, I felt like we were really good passing cars. You know, a couple times get stalled out, guys get spread out, but you know, by lap 15 it starts rubbering up and everybody's the same speed. It doesn't matter, you just have to hit your line. So that's the most frustrating part, because like I said, I felt like our car was phenomenal. We were one of the only guys who could really work the bottom like last night, and then you know, like I said, I just kept moving up to the top a little bit and moving my wing to kind of try to get better and better, get some drive. Sure enough, it cleaned right off and I just got so tight because the rubber came in, and then we had that late race restart. I think if we don't have that late race restart, we might run 4th, but just very frustrating. We just don't have the whole A main to race, but I get it. They did their best to give us the surface we had, and that's just kind of what we got. So P6 from 15th, our only night, I guess we were in the top 5 Western Sprint Tour and 3rd in points. So we're gonna visit with some fans. Great week.
Well, I had to think.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, ready, girls?
Oh, yeah. The lights are almost off, and 2021 Oregon Speedweek, Western Sprint Tour, Speedweek Northwest, whatever you want to call it, is officially over. We came home 3rd in points. After 5 nights of racing, we had 4 top 5s. We were on the podium 3 times, and our worst finish was 6th. My team and crew and myself, we literally gave it 110%. I drove the race car as hard as I could. We may have had a couple issues kind of towards the end of the week at Cottage Grove, which set us back as far as starting position went. We did not make the redraw at Cottage Grove both nights for night number 4 and 5. And that maybe wouldn't have been a big deal, but it rubbered up both nights by like maybe lap 12 to 15. So for half the feature, it's just kind of single file, choo-choo train. If you pull out a line, you're at risk of losing spots and getting attacked from the guy behind you, or just mass chaos going on. So the rubber sucked. I know that the track prep guys did a lot. They really put effort. It's not like they didn't work it at all. They really tried, but there's just something about the material or whatever was going on with Cottage Grove this weekend where it was just burning off really, really fast with the 360s, and once it kind of cleaned off and there wasn't any marbles or anything on the surface, right away it would just kind of lay left rear rubber and slowly work its way farther and farther down the racetrack. So hats off to the track prep crew. They gave it a shot. They really tried, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. Like I said, a heck of a week for our team. I don't want to sound disappointed after tonight to only go 15th to 6th, but man, like, I want to win a race so bad. I feel like we're so fast and we have so much speed, and we've really done a good job putting ourselves in the right spot, but things just haven't completely fallen into place yet. So we just want to continue this. We're going into our little Midwest trip with some confidence. Now, real quickly, before we officially end this video, I just want to thank all my sponsors: On-Site Screeners, Fast 4 Media, OMA KTM, Earth It Environmental. We also have Lafarge North America, Carson Oil, Next Gen Def, QRC, Durango, Ferguson, Swindell Speed Lab. We also have ABC Powder Coating, Roger for dialing in the setup every single night and giving me a great race car, my crew chief, then also my dad, mom, the crew, Bennett, Carly, Carissa. Everyone, like I said, has their own role on this race team, and without them, it would not go around. Now we just have a couple of days before we turn around and head east to race with the All-Stars, ASCS, Knoxville, and some of the, I guess, biggest races of my career, all these milestone events, and just the fact that I get the chance to be a part of them is, you know, a dream come true. So thank you guys so much for, you know, living the dream with me, following along on social media, at the track, through these vlogs. Man, I love life. I love what I do, and I'm just pumped to, you know, bring an audience along to kind of ride along with me as we chase wins and run up front. See you guys all in the next one. We have a busy couple days ahead of us before we head to the Midwest. See y'all there. Deuces.